welcome to the Reader's Garden. I'm Mrs. Gardner. Today we're going to be doing Lesson 25, Day 2, Part 2, and we're going to continue talking about the sound R. We're going to be reviewing the R sound and how it works in consonant blends, like CR for the beginning of the word crib or GR for the beginning of the word gran. We'll keep practicing hearing and saying each sound clearly, especially in those tricky blends. Now, you don't have to memorize all the consonants that blend with R, just focus on listening and making those sounds as we work through these words together. So let's jump back in and get some great review, that's a blend right there, great review with the R sound. Now, before we go any further, it would be very helpful to me if you would take a moment to like and subscribe so you never miss anything with me in the Reader's Garden. Here is our lesson for today. We will review that new concept, do some word work, talk about some irregular words, and finish up with our connected text. Okay, let's talk about that new concept that we've been reviewing over the past few days. This is the letter R, and R spells R, like in the beginning of the word rainbow. Let's see it again. Whoop, there it is. Rainbow. Rainbow. And R can also come at the beginning of words, such as in the word rat and the word run. We also hear R as the second letter in a word that starts with another consonant. So those are creating a blend, like in the word grab and the word frog. Grab, frog. Frog and grab. We can see right here, if we've got our cubes helping us out too. I always want to come undone when I'm about to show them to you. Okay, we've got our cubes and we can practice crop and trip. So you can hear both consonants in the beginning of those words, but they're working together to make almost a new sound, a blend. And here is that consonant card that we've got. The one in your classroom might have a different picture on it, but remember, there are so many words that help us to exemplify the sound, so that if ours don't match up, that's okay. They still work together quite well. All right, so we can check off our new concept that we've been talking about. And now it's time for us to scoot over and do some word work. So if you are doing word work along with me, now is a good time to pause the video and get out your materials. If you are going to be watching me do word work and following that way, then let's get started. All right, it's time for some word work. Let's start by making the word rib, like the bone in your body. That's like the bone that's right here that's protecting your lungs. You've got one set of ribs over here and one set of ribs over here. So we've got rib. Now, how would we turn rib to crib? Rib. Oh, I see. I'm going to need to scoot all of those down a space and then get rib. Crib. Sorry, letter A, didn't mean to bump you. Crib. Now, I would like to swap out, now speaking of A, I'm going to use my A. And now what do I have? Crab. What happens to this word if I want to change crab to grab? Grab. Oh, I hear I need a G. Grab. And I'm going to take off that B and instead put an M, and I get gram. That's a type of measurement. It's also a name that sometimes people call their grandmothers. What happens if I take off the A and I put an I in the vowel spot there? Grim. Now I'd like to change grim to grid. Grid. There we go. Now taking off the D, I'm going to put a P in its place. Grip. I'm going to take off the G this time. What am I left with? Rip. How would I change rip to tip? I'm going to take off the R and I'm going to add a tip. Now I'm going to scoot over my T and add that R back. And now what do I get? I get trip. I'm going to take off that T and put on a D. What do I get? Drip. How would I change drip to drop? Drip, drop. And for our final switcheroo, I am going to take off my D and add a C, and I get crop. Beautiful. We are all done with our word work. We can return our letters whence they came so that we're all ready for the next time we are going to do our word work together. Let's check off that word work. Check. And it's time for us to do our irregular words. Let's see what we've got going for us. Now remember, we have some words that we will always need to know by heart and some words that are temporarily by heart. And here is a word for us to talk about. This is the word from. What is this word? This is the word from. Now, let's use the word from in a sentence. Ooh, I got a coffee from the coffee shop today. From. And so how many sounds are there in from? I hear 4 sounds. And what is irregular about this? Well, is making its regular sound. Is making its regular sound. Oh, I see. The O is not making its regular sound. The O is making the sound uh, uh, almost as if it were a letter U. That's interesting. And then is making its regular sound. So the part we need to learn by heart is the O is making the sound from. What is this word? Say it with me. From. Beautiful. The next word is me. What word is this? Me. What part do we need to know by heart? We need to know by heart that the E is making the long E sound. It's not making a short E sound. We don't say meh, meh. We say me. So this is the word me. This is the word be, and it is irregular for the same reason that me was. The E is making an unexpected long E sound there, and we don't say be, I want to be a teacher when I grow up. No, we say I want to be a teacher when I grow up. So we need to know be by heart. This is the word he. We also need to know the word he by heart. He wants to be a teacher when he grows up. And then our last word for the moment is the word see. And the word see is temporarily irregular because we haven't yet learned the rule about what happens when we have those two E's together. So we will know that this is the word see. We see that this is the word see, and we can learn this word by heart. And if you would like, I have a spot for you to practice these words. So let me show that to you now. Here is the practice sheet that goes with this lesson, and we have an opportunity for you to practice writing from, see, he, be, and me. There's different ways you could practice. You could write all your froms, then all your sees, etc., or you could write from, see, be, he, from, see, he, be, me, and go that way across. You could write them all in the same color, which would not be my personal preference, or you could write them in some sort of a color pattern. So that would be interesting. Remember, when you're forming your letters, you want to form them properly as we've been practicing, making sure that you start where they're meant to start and keep going so you're building those beautiful writing skills. Now, I won't do the whole thing right now since this is your sheet to practice. We can check off our irregular words now and scoot over to our connected text, where we are going to connect everything we've been learning into one practice. So you know, oh, where are my cubes? Here they are. You know that I like to use cubes while we are reading. So we've got how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4 words. I've got 4 cubes, and we can get reading. The first word is Rob. Rob. Oh, that's somebody's name in this context. Rob. Next word, ran. Ran. Next word, to. Last word, her. Rob ran to her. I wonder why Rob ran to her. Our next sentence has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. We're going to be reading 5 words, and I see a period at the end there. So I know that I will be reading it not with an exclamation and not as a question. Here we go. The first word is the. The. Next word, rat. Next word is. The rat is. Next word, in. Last word, mud. Mud. The rat is in mud. Oh, I wonder if the rat wants to be in the mud or if it fell in mud. Some people love to play in mud. I don't love to play in mud. It's not my favorite. All right, let's read our last sentence here. It says, let's see. Oh, I have to count my words first. I almost forgot to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. So let's read that first word. Grab. Grab the red. Grab the red. Next word. Drum. Last word. Now. Grab the red drum now. That sounds like something that someone might say in music class. Maybe the teacher's like, grab the red drum now, you grab the blue drum, or something like that. I love when I get to participate in music class. All right, we are going to write some connected text, so get out those materials you need for writing. And our first sentence is 3 words long. The sentence is grip the map. So remember, you on the bottom of your practice sheet have space for writing this. You also can write this on whatever you had to write with at home if you don't have the practice sheet in front of you. So the sentence is grip the map. One more time, grip the map. Go ahead and write it by yourself. And when you're ready, you can check your work with me. Grip the map. Capital G, grip the grip the map. Check yours, see if you have the same thing, and let's do another one. Our next sentence is 5 words long. The rug has red trim. The rug has red trim. The rug has red trim. When you're ready, let's write capital T or uppercase T. The rug has red trim. The rug has red trim. And trim is usually what we're talking about to describe something going around something in a fancy way. All right, let's do one. Our last sentence is also 5 words long. The sentence is, Fred hid in the crib. Fred hid in the crib. I think Fred is the name of the frog. All right, when you're ready, let's write together. Fred, so that's a capital F because it's in the beginning of the sentence, but also because it's his name. Fred hid in the crib. Fred hid in the crib. Let's read everything we've got. Grip the map. The rug has red trim. Fred hid in the crib. That is amazing amount of writing. Give yourself a high five. Whoosh, amazing. Awesome job today. We can check off our connected text, and that means we are at the end of our lesson. Wonderful job. You are really, really showing so much growth every single day as you